Hi, this is Rhonda Dobbs, and for the visual literacy course project, I chose to do an infographic. As a library media specialist, I will need to report out year-end data very soon to my administrators. So actually this infographic is perfect timing for me. So as you can see, I used a long infographic. It's called a 3-block infographic, and I chose PictoChart as the infographic maker. I used all of the free options on there. I did not use any of the upgrades. And I also tried to bear in mind some of the elements of design that we've learned about in the course, such as purposefully selecting cool colors, relaxing colors, since after all this is a library stat I'm reporting. I tried to choose something kind of blue and green and keep with those colors, but I did purposefully have a little bit of gold in there, as you can see, in various parts. And then for arrows that I wanted to highlight, I purposefully outlined those in red to draw attention to those. Another design element I kept in mind was purposely choosing one single font throughout, and I just changed the font size, and then the font color did change underneath this section. So again, another element I used was white space, bearing in mind that letting the eye have a rest is a good thing and not putting too much in one block. So let me just walk you through what I've done here. Again, it says NHS Library Stats for 2015-16, so this is something my administrators will see. The third block, it's me giving information or data on how students have been using the library during a time we call advisory each week. That's a 90-minute block of time that students have a choice in where they go, and that the point is that they use their time well to make up tests, study, and so forth. So how I gathered this data is that throughout the school year, since August, we've been using a Google form for when students come into the library during advisory. They fill out that form, and then that information has been collected, and that's how I was able to determine that 83% of them, for example, are coming in to use a computer for assignments. Another way that I've collected data is through my Destiny Quest online catalog system. I ran reports that showed me this is the number of books checked out so far this year as of last week, and that is already a 4% increase over last year. Also, the same library system gave me a report that showed that's the #1 book, most checked out book this school year. And if you know anything about young adult literature, you're probably not surprised. I bet your school's high school's looking at the same book as #1 this year. And then up here where I show peak times that students are using the library, I chose a mountain icon, of course, with peaks. It makes sense. And I've used a Google form all year long. We have a Chromebook on the circulation desk, and so when students come into the library, they drop their library pass into a basket and then turn around and sign into the library through that Google form. That's again how I'm capturing that information. So one last bit of information though is that I do plan on teaching my staff and administrators about how to use PictoChart. I feel like this would be a great option since data collection is a huge part of what we're doing now in my school district. This really does lend itself well to teachers practicing this over the summer and maybe having data reporting look a little bit different and more streamlined for the upcoming school year. So that was my visual literacy project.